First up, we have the globe-trotting Forever Young. He's getting 6-1 in the morning line. Winner of the UAE Derby in Dubai, the Saudi Derby, third in the Kentucky Derby, and a recent winner of the Japan Dirt Classic. Definitely going to be in here with a shot. This Forever Young, he's a stalker. Likes to just watch the leaders and then make his move coming off the bend. Definitely going to be in there with a good shot. Very experienced, very tough runner, and he runs on multiple tracks. So coming up here to Del Mar, I don't think is going to be a problem. Number 2, Highland Falls, 22-1 morning line. Has won 5 of 9 starts. Winner of the Jockey Club Gold Cup. This is a horse that is a pace presser. He sits with the pace, stalks the pace. He doesn't really go to the front, but he pressures the horse who's in front. So that makes him a very dangerous horse here. He's definitely going to keep the race honest and make sure all the runners really put in their best effort. Number 3, the horse that the entire racing world has been talking about, City of Troy. Very well bred son of Justified. He's the 5-2 morning line favorite. He has won 6 or 7 starts, and the trainer has given his one defeat to he has the excuse that the horse heart rate was through the roof in the Guineas, the 2000 Guineas. He won the Epsom Derby, and his recent win was the Judman International. It was a super impressive race. A lot of people look on that race and say, oh, 203 for 10 furlongs. Oh, the American horse is going 201 and 202. No, it wasn't 10 furlongs. It was 10 furlongs and 56 yards, and he went 203. So that's super impressive. The thing now is that he's going to be stepping off the turf, going to the dirt. Trainer Aidan O'Brien has tried this before with the great Galileo, but that year he ran up into the great Tisno, who won back-to-back Breeders' Cup Classics. So he failed there. Galileo went on to be one of the best stallions ever, and he's also the grandfather of City of Troy on the mother's side. So Aidan O'Brien trying this again, which I think, is telling something, because he skips the turf. He could have gone for the turf, which I think would be an easy win for City of Troy. He's going for the dirt, but it's interesting to see, arguably the best trainer in the world, Aidan O'Brien, and arguably the best jockey in the world, Ryan Moore. So everybody's coming to watch City of Troy to see if he can handle the dirt. My problem with him on the dirt is the kickback turf horse, and he's a horse, he's versatile. He has gone to the front and won races, but in the Epsom Derby he came from off the pace and still won it. But he's very versatile. So I think their approach to this race, they're going to try to be a bit close. I don't think they want to sit too far back. I don't know if he's going to enjoy the kickback. Kickback is where horses that run on turf don't get kickback, or you run on grass. But on dirt surfaces, now you're getting that dirt kick in your face. Turf horses generally don't like that. So I'm pretty sure O'Brien has him at Del Mar now, working with training partners in front of him, kicking the dirt at him to see if he, get used to it. So that's the only holdback for me, is the switch from turf to the dirt surface. But when a horse is a super horse, which they are predicting he is a super horse, he'll overcome anything. And this is only, if he wins this, his stocks is only going to soar higher, because right now I'm pretty sure his stocks are through the roof after winning the Epsom Derby. So if he wins this, I think his stocks might double, if not triple. Number 4 is Mixto. Mixto has won twice from 14 starts. He's 32-1 morning line. I think they've really found Mixto now. Mixto usually is a mid-pack stalker, but in his most recent races, they've turned him into a pace presser, which looks like it's working out, because he won the Pacific Classic in his prep race here at Del Mar, coming into the Breeders' Cup Classic. He pressed the leader into the ground and still managed to turn out the winner. So I think they finally found how Mixto wants to race, and if there's a long shot upset in this race, I would look no further than Mixto, because he's the horse that's going to be pushing the front runners to make sure they run an honest race, and he definitely has the heart and he knows how to fight. So don't sleep on Mixto. Number 5 is Senor Buscador, 32-1 morning line. He's the winner of the Saudi Cup and was third in the Dubai World Cup. Comes over here. Don't know how the travel is going to deal with his preparation, but does get the trip. So I wouldn't say, I think he's faced some horses in here who have beaten him before, but as I said, this is a big race and you never can tell if horses turn up on the day. Number 6 is the other Japan invader, Deros Soo, 22-1 morning line. He was second in last year's Breeders' Cup Classic to White Barrio. There's no White Barrio here this year, but in my opinion, this is a much tougher field. He's a mid-race stalker. He sits, in some ways like maybe 3-4 lengths off the pace. Last year was a strong, very strong pace in the Breeders' Cup Classic, so it helped him. He's going to get a much stronger pace this year, so he should enjoy that. But it's just that I think the competition has been upped, a bit. So let's see how well this Deros Soo will perform. Okay, number 7, the most experienced horse in the lineup, Usaba Torro. It's another Japanese horse. He's 12-1 morning line. This horse is the 2023 Dubai World Cup winner. He was second in the Saudi Cup. He was second in this year's Dubai World Cup, and he was 5th in last year's Breeders' Cup. But the interesting fact of last year's Breeders' Cup, he came off a 6-month break to run in that Breeders' Cup. That was a super fast-paced Breeders' Cup. The field came back, but he needed that run up definitely. But since this year, he has come back. He has run 3 seconds, including finishing second in the Dubai World Cup. So even though at the age of 7, he's the most mature horse in the race. He's the most experienced with 35 starts and 11 wins. This Usaba Torro is definitely a contender here in this event, and he's more prepared for this Breeders' Cup Classic than he was last year. So watch out for this Usaba Torro. Number 8 is Pyrones, 32-1 morning line. This horse won the Pimlico Special and was second in the Jockey Club Gold Cup. He's what you consider a sustainer. He sits off the pace and then comes with a late run. Class-wise, I think there's some in here probably a little more classier than him, but being a sustainer and expected pace that's going to be set, if the rider, decides to sit off the pace and don't get involved early, he could stay on for a piece of the pie. Number 9 is America's darling, Fierceness. Okay, he's 3-1 second favorite in the morning line. He was a powerful winner of the Florida Derby, then flopped in the Kentucky Derby. Has come back to win the Travers and the Jim Dandy, 2 very good prep races for the Breeders' Cup Classic. He's versatile. If there's no speed, he'll go to the front, but if there's speed, he can start the pace. But one thing I've noticed watching Fierceness races, he likes a soft pace. He likes when the pace is, a comfortable, nice pace, not going too fast, and then he turns on his afterburners, leaving the 3 furlong marker. I don't think he's going to have that luxury here. I think this is going to be a very strong pace, and I think he's going to have to be part of it, because I don't think he's the kind that can sit back and then kick. I think he has to be a part of the pace, and I'm not sure if he's going to take a liking to the pace that's going to be set. But he's an improving sort. He's the darling of the American public. He's the horse they're carrying to beat City of Troy. So let's see what unfolds. Number 10, the first of the grey horses, Tapit TR. Been racing with the majority, with some of these horses, got turned up in the Woodward Stakes, but definitely has a mountain to climb here. He's going to have to pull off a major run here to upstage the principals. Yeah, so Tapit TR, 30-1 morning line. Number 11, Sierra Leone, 12-1 morning line. If there was ever a horse that was born the wrong year, it definitely was Sierra Leone. This horse has just been running into roadblocks. He's a sustainer. He sits off the pace and then comes with a nice stretch kick. And he does it in every race. Sometimes sustainers tend to throw a race or two if them don't show up. He shows up, but he's always running into someone. He was second in the, was it the Kentucky Derby or was it third? I think he was second in the Kentucky Derby. The Derby winner is not here, but Forever Young, who we had a battle and a bouncing match in the stretch, and he nosed out Forever Young for the second spot in the Kentucky Derby. He came back. He was third in the Belmont Stakes. Then the horse that who we had behind, the Fierceness, who they thought would win the Derby, was way behind him in the Derby, but Fierceness has rebound to beat him back-to-back races. He beat him. He was third in the Traverse Stakes to Fierceness, and then he was second in the Jim Dandy to Fierceness. As I explained with Fierceness before, Fierceness got away with very easy paces in those races. So Sierra Leone did not have a strong pace, which he loves, like what he got in the Derby, to run at. I think this Sierra Leone is going to get that kind of pace here today. And he's my sneaky little outside shot, what I think, he's just one of the horses that just, he just came around at the wrong time. But, he's coming up here against some very tough horses here. City have tried to face, the rejuvenated Fierceness. But if there's I give in Sierra Leone, I have a sentimental feeling towards him because, he's a late runner, and late runners get a hard break sometime. They have to get the right pace, but I'm expecting a strong pace, so I'm expecting a capital effort from Sierra Leone at a good price. Here's the second grey in the race. This is Arthur's Ride, 15-1 morning line. He's what you call a strong front runner. This Arthur's Ride is a strong front runner. He's definitely going to make sure that they come to run, because he's going to definitely go out there on that lead. Was a strong winner of the Grade 1 Whitney on last, and although he's going to get some fire under him tail in this race, he's definitely in this race to make sure that the race is run at a honest pace. Okay, number 13 is Newgate, 22-1 morning line. Was the winner of the Big Cap, the Santa Anita Handicap. Has a little bit more of by way of competition here to face, but loves the track, loves Del Mar, and definitely going to give it another genuine run from him. But with a stronger pace expected, I think he might find it a little taxing, but a good run expected. And last but not least, the third grey in the race is Next. Okay, Next is on a 7-race win streak, right? But for those who just look on the program and see the win streak and think Next is a stayer. Next is not a middle distance runner. Like the majority of these horses here, middle distance, so the 10 furlong suits most of these horses. Next is what you call he's a definite stayer. He wants over 11 furlongs. That's how he runs, and he's also what you call a pace presser. So whoever goes to the lead, he'll sit right there with the leader for the entirety of the race, and then leaving the 3 furlong, he turns loose, and most of the time he wins by more than 6 lengths, because he's just a stayer. In America, you don't find a lot of stayers. This horse Next is a definite stayer. So coming in this race, he's the one that's going to stay the most out of everyone here. In my opinion, I think he'll probably outstay most horses here. City have tried to maybe is the other horse that might stay more than the rest of them, but Next is just definitely a stayer, and I would give him a good chance in this if he was more of a sustained stayer. That means, he runs at a fast pace. He likes to be on the pace, and I think this pace is going fast, which I don't think he's going to be used to, because he's used to a more comfortable and relaxed pace. He's going to get a fast pace here. But the thing with a stayer, they're going to have way more stamina than a lot of the horses in the race, so they're probably going to be slugging on at one pace, so that still might be able to have him thereabouts near the finish. The other question though, I think this is a big step up in class for him. He mostly runs in Grade 3 and Grade 2, so I think the stamina aspect of it, he might be able to hang around. The class aspect, I think they might outclass him, and the pace aspect, I think he might get hurt in the early speed, but we never can tell. That's the thing we love so much about racing, is that we never can tell, and the excitement of seeing if we predict the right thing. So my top selections in the Breeders' Cup Classic are the 1, Forever Young, the 3, City of Troy, the 7, Usaba Torro, the 9, Fierceness, and the 11 Sierra Leone. And my long shot to watch in the Breeders' Cup Classic is the 4 Mixto. Okay, guys, hope you all have good luck on the card, and as usual, be safe.